Welcome to Bigg Bullie on campus. It's your boy Jay Brown Jr., also known as the Dogfather Bully. If you didn't know, now you know. I am here with the real deal, Nasir motherfucking Davis, baby. How's it going, my boy?
Man, it's going good, man. It's going real good.
I'm excited to have you here, my G. Before we get started, bro, we gonna let the fans get to know you a little bit, all right? So I'm gonna ask you a few questions. You know what I mean? We gonna keep it 100. You know what I mean? We brothers, we family. You feel me? So tell the fans about yourself, man. Who are you? What do you do? And where are you from? Officially.
So, I am Nasir Davis, uh, 23 years old, born in Rockford, Illinois, so only like 30 minutes away from Chicago, maybe like 30 minutes, an hour away from Chicago. Um, I lived in Chicago till I was like about 6, 7, and then I moved back to Rockford, Illinois. Then I moved here to Vegas, 2018. And yeah, man, that's about where I'm from. And yeah, man.
So what was it like growing up in Chicago or Rockford?
Man, it's actually really good for me. A lot of people know Chicago for being very violent and being very rough, and that's true. But fortunately, I was like kind of lived in the safer parts. And when I was in Chicago, I actually kind of lived a little bit more in the South, where it's a little bit more dangerous. But in Rockford, where I spent most of my time, I was in a real good neighborhood, and I was kept away from all the violence and stuff. So I had a great childhood, man. Great childhood.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Do you feel that you make a positive impact on the people that look up to you?
I think so. I think so.
Okay, you gotta know so, bro. You gotta
I
know
know.
so.
I know so. I know so.
Man, I'm gonna be honest
I
with you,
know so. Let's go. Yes.
because you make a positive impact on me. You honestly, a lot of people don't know, but you and I both debuted on the same night. Uh, Truthfully, we debuted on the same night, but you surpassed me in ways that I can only imagine that make me a better fighter or a better person in general. And like you're very humble. So I have to that's when I tell you like bro, you gotta know that because you gotta know you do make a positive impact. And I mean that wholeheartedly. You made a positive impact on my life, bro. You're a very positive person. You're very humble. You know, like I was telling my wife, bro, you the only motherfucker I know that can be dangerous and humble at the same time. Like this mother, this motherfucker is dangerous with a smile on
No,
his
I know.
face.
No, I would say Bullet. I appreciate it, but I would say it's the same for you, bro. Bro, you
Gratitude, bro.
okay? Bro, don't even get me started on how you. Don't even get me started on how you've impacted my life. You're one of the most positive dudes I know. One of the most strong-minded, positive, just motherfuckers to be around, man. And we did debut on the same night, and me and you didn't even know each other.
We didn't even know each other at the
bro.
time,
And
bro.
then, and then years later, and then.
Bro, hey, we officially met at Syndicate, bro. We officially met at Syndicate. And I'm not even gonna lie, dog. We met. We were actually doing jujitsu, no gi, when we met each other. And I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
It's like,
And I felt the same. I said the same about you.
I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this guy, bro? This dude is like your skill. Like when we were rolling, bro, it's like you didn't have any aggression or nothing. Like you were just like at the time, I wasn't married at the time. I was just going home to talk to my uncle. I'm like, yo, I rode with this dude today. Like this motherfucker, like he gave me a run for my money, but it wasn't even aggressive. Like it was like we were just working. We were working, bro, and it's like and we were fluid. We were so fucking fluid. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this guy? And then over time we got to know each other. I'm like, dog, like bro, like that's the type of cat I want to be around. And that's when I figured that out, we started rolling together more. We started hanging together more, training together more. Now, does it feel any different transitioning from amateur to pro? Other than the elbows to the face, does it feel any different?
Great question. doesn't feel any different when it comes to how fighting in the cage actually feels. When it feels like in the cage, I've had a lot of 5 round fights as an amateur, so longer fights are very like they're not something I'm new to. So 15 minutes isn't really something I'm not prepared for. Was a shock to me. So it doesn't really feel too different when it comes to the training and how fighting feels and like all that. But it feels different in like now I just know. I'll put it this way. I have a certain standard for myself for my career, and I see myself in the future being a certain way, and I think the vision I have for myself, my future self, surpasses whatever record. It surpasses a record. So let's say I had like 10 losses on my record, right? What I know about myself and a fighter is like I know that no amount of losses could ever define me and how good I am.
Okay.
I believe that my skill set is on another level,
Yeah,
and
your skill set is on a fucking remarkable level.
yeah, and I think my skill set is on another level to what the world has ever seen, and I think I'm one of a kind, and because a lot of people go, oh, your pro record matters because like now you have laws or whatever, but it's like the way I see it is like I know what I have, and I know that it surpasses just like a record, but the difference is now I know that my fights are going to lead me to a lot of people watching me. So the difference for me is now I'm just getting closer to where my fights are going to be viewed by a bunch of people. Um, it's almost like these fights on the regional scene are amateur for me still, but one of these amateur fights is going to lead to me fighting in the main event in the UFC on a pay-per-view card.
On a personal level, and I'm not saying this because you're my brother, you're my guy. On a personal level, I believe that you are UFC material. And when I bring you up in conversations outside of people who compete, I believe you are UFC potential. And it's not just because of your skill set, bro. It's like the attitude that you carry, the mental that you carry, the humbleness that you carry. And it's like it's not me kissing your ass. It's me like expressing, okay, this motherfucker right here is literally the real deal. But I've learned as a competitor, and I haven't competed much, but it's like, motherfucker, I done sparred over 1,000,000 times, bro. I done sparred with some of the greatest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so as somebody who looked at life like, bro, it's not just about the wins and the losses, bro. It's about the crowd. It's about the people. Like people ask me all the time, how does Bully remain relevant even though he's not competing? Like, bro, I carry my fucking brand with me. And that's what you do. You carry your brand with you no matter where you go. So when people see you, they're like, oh, bro, that's Nas. Like, bro, that's Nas. That's the real deal. You feel me?
And, and I was gonna say for you, like like I know you've only competed a little bit, but I know your UFC potential. I know you have UFC potential, way
Indeed.
more than any of like than majority of people. And like you just said, it's because Bully is entertaining. People will
Yeah.
watch Bully.
It's entertainment.
People will watch Bully.
It's entertainment. That's why they
Yeah.
call it sports entertainment,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
Because like people like, oh yeah, I'm the fucking champion. I won such and such. Bro, I done seen people lose so many fucking times and still are in the UFC because of their name. Their name of who they are. Bully remains relevant. Nasir remains relevant because of their name. Fuck the wins and fuck the losses. They come out to see us. So like, bro, if I announce right now, like, listen, I'm fighting next week. You know how many motherfuckers gonna be like, bro, finally, finally. You feel me? So my next question that leads into my next question. What's it like working with people who already achieved the goals that you're trying to achieve as far as the UFC, LFA, and even PFL? Because I've personally seen you work with people like Marab, Johnny Parsons, fucking Alex Perez, so many people, like even just training at Syndicate, bro. How does it feel to work with those people? I'm not gonna say at that level because right now, I personally believe you're at that level. Just because you don't have the record that they have doesn't mean you're not at that level. Let's get that shit clear.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, how does it feel to work with people that's already made it to that era?
Yeah, man. So, I've been so lucky. I want to explain it this way. I've been so lucky that since the beginning of my career, I've had the pleasure of having the best striker in the UFC, Johnny Parsons, be my one-on-one coach since day one, being an amateur who hadn't even fought yet.
Okay, speaking of Johnny. Okay, first of all, because the night we debuted, Johnny was there. I didn't know who Johnny was at the time.
Yeah.
I just knew he was a badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's because of my coaches that I was with, and they pretty much like told me who he was.
Yeah.
How did you and Johnny get started?
Man, so I feel like okay, that was a great question that you asked. I'm gonna try to. I feel like it's like kind of one of the same. The question you just asked and what you just like the two questions you just asked. Me and Johnny got started. Me just being a kid that showed up to class every single day. Like he didn't know my name for after a year of me showing up to class. Like he still didn't know my name. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. I didn't show up and then he went, "Oh, you're just gonna get me cornering you every single fight and holding pads for you and this and that." And it was like I had to like show him that like I was the most serious student, around. Like so I showed up for a year and like didn't say I wouldn't talk to anybody in the gym, not because I was trying to be like tough or whatever. Like I'm just
You locked in.
I was locked in. At that point in my life, I was not as talkative. I didn't know anybody at the gym. Now I'm a coach at Syndicate. Then I was just like one of the amateurs just coming in that nobody knew. You know what I mean? That people would just like walk past and not know who I was. Like, so I had like I was just cool with just showing up to the gym and just like keep my head down and just like staying like low key. And so I would just show up to every class that I could make, and Johnny would see me. So me and him just got started. Him just seeing me be one of the students that just showed up to class and put in the work. But then your next question, or the question before that, it's amazing to work with people that have achieved the goals that I want to achieve, because like from the beginning I had the standard. Like Johnny was like 2 or 3 fights away from being in the UFC when I first met him, and I got to see his last 2 or 3 professional fights before he got to the UFC. You know what I mean? So like my coach was like, so like I just like, some people don't have the pleasure of just like from the start you get the best. From the start, I just got the best. From the start, the fucking sickest striker in the UFC was like my everyday coach. And that's one thing, and that's what I think Syndicate just cannot be bested at, is like a lot of gyms have like a lot of really good fighters. Like so maybe some other gyms have like more UFC fighters or whatever, more UFC champions or whatever. But it's like, it's not about that. It's about, yo, Johnny just gonna be your coach. Me, like I have had over 20 professional fights. I'm on the cusp of like making a run in my pro career. I'm just teaching the kids every day. I'm just teaching the beginners every day. Like there's no disconnect. Like the best is working with the beginners, kids. Like that's how it works at Syndicate. Marab is in there rolling with just anybody. You know what I mean? Like, UFC fighters are just in the class, like rolling jiu-jitsu, and it's like there's a real community around, and we're in Vegas too. It's like you're running into these fighters of Syndicate and even Extreme Couture, but it's like Syndicate is like, especially being in Vegas, is like there's no disconnect when it comes to like the best. You're gonna get the best when you come to Syndicate, and I think that's been the real strong point that Syndicate has had over the years. Is like, I just know the standard. Like I can't imagine myself like being somewhere in the middle of nowhere getting a coach that like has only 1 or 2 fights, like as an amateur. Like some people have their first coach is like somebody, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like Even my first Muay Thai coach ever was AJ Matthews, and I just did his class for like 2 weeks or so at the old Syndicate location. It was the same thing. I got AJ Matthews.
What if
Just
I
like
told you? What if I told you that I met Johnny because of you? It's funny because my first week at Syndicate was around the first week I moved here. I moved to Las Vegas April 5th, and it's officially been 5 years since I moved here to Las Vegas. But my first week here, no, it was my second week here in Las Vegas. I started training at Syndicate, and Johnny held a Muay Thai class. He was the Muay Thai
yeah,
coach,
yeah,
and then after that class, he was like, "Who wants to stay after and spar with my guys? My guys fight in
yeah,
a
yeah,
couple
yeah,
weeks." And I was like, "Shit, fuck it, I'll stay," you know.
yeah, yeah,
And that's when Johnny figured out who Bully was.
yeah,
And I sparred you. I sparred fucking Aram.
yeah,
I sparred Isaac. And I got the footage for all of that except the sparring with you, bro. I got the sparring with everybody except the one with you. And I feel like, bro, it's not meant for people to see our sparring. But it was my drive. But when we got done, Johnny was like, "Bro, who are you?"
yeah, yeah,
That was like,
yeah,
he was like,
yeah,
"Who are
yeah,
you?"
yeah.
I'm like, I
I
said,
have such
"Bully."
a funny story about that. You know, like the legend of Bully, like always kind of like came in it, like it eluded me for a long time. Like even after we first met, like I would
Yeah.
see you, like I would watch you spar, like you would spar me, but it's like we never really like realized like, yo, we're like bros, like bros, like it didn't click for a long time. But then like I would just see you spar whatever, and I was like, man, this guy's a dog. Hence your name. The dog. Like you were always like you were smaller than everybody else, but you were but it didn't matter. That inside low kick?
The thing is, like, with Johnny, the first, like, because I went home and told my uncle the day we sparred. And because, like I said, I sparred all of y'all. All of y'all had a Muay Thai fight coming up. And he was like, Johnny asked me, he was like, "Dude, do you want to fight in 2 weeks?" And I was like, I said, "Bro, I'm like, to be honest with you, I can't even afford to fight right now. Like, I just moved here. I can't even afford this fucking gym, bro." I'm like, "Bro, I'm on a free week trial. I'm on a week trial, bro. Like, I can't afford to be here right now." I ended up fucking finding a job a month later, and I ended up coming back after that month of me finding that job. Then that's when I got closer with you guys before I got closer with Johnny. But it's like he knew, he paid attention. And that's what I loved about him. Johnny knows a motherfucker, a fucking dog when he sees one. And I always admired that about him. He knows a dog when he sees one. And but my uncle, he was like, "See, that's what I'm talking about, nephew." He was like, they gonna see what you don't see. Because just training with him, training with y'all, when I went back home to the mill for like that, like I went back home in a matter of 3 times within 2 years of me moving here. When I went back home, I had a total different skill set. And I showed them like, "Bro, I'm not that guy with no experience anymore." Don't get me wrong, I've been training like MMA since I was 18. When I went back home and everybody saw the difference of how I was sparring after I left, it was like, "Bro, you're a lot more aggressive, but you're a lot more technical." First of all, shout out to Marlon Culpepper, my first MMA coach ever. Gave me the opportunity of a lifetime. And to be honest with you, I couldn't afford to train there either. Bro, I was stuck in between um game banging and being a fighter. Like I was literally stuck in between the streets and fighting, bro.
Bro,
And
the stories you
it's
told me, man.
dog, man. But Marlon Culpepper gave me the fucking opportunity of a lifetime. Like the gym was $60 a month at the time, bro. I couldn't even afford that. Like I'm working off $13 a fucking hour, bro. At a Jewish home working for Ally Universal. No bullshit. I was making $13 an hour. I couldn't even afford to pay him because at the time I was paying. What was I doing? I was paying Coach Ben. Coach Ben knew who Johnny was. And that's how I got the spill on Johnny Parsons through Coach Ben. And I was homeless at the time. I was literally sleeping outside, bro. I was sleeping outside. I was sleeping at Planet Fitness. But I used to go to the gym at night. So that's how I got so fucking buff, bro. Like I was sleeping at the gym like at nighttime, and I was working during the day. And then, but I was living with Coach Ben. Coach Ben and O'Day Osborne, UFC fighter O'Day Osborne. They both took me in. Like O'Day came out. He came up to me like, "Yo, because at the time nobody knew this, but I had a baby on the way at the time. But the young lady I was talking to at the time, she was like, "I'm gonna get an abortion," and it hurted me. But I'm like, a part of me is like, listen, I can't afford a baby right now. I'm fucking homeless, you know. And this lady, she just had a baby, and now she's pregnant with my baby. You feel me? So at the time, he overheard my conversation. I was training at Pure Vita at the time. At the time, I was training at Pure Vita. That's where I met O'Day, and that's where I met Coach Ben. And Coach Ben and O'Day, they reached out to me like, "Oh, if you need some place to stay, yo, you can stay with us." And that changed my life forever, bro. And shout out to Coach Ben, bro. Like, dude, the blackest white dude I've ever met in my life.
White chocolate is what they call that. Yeah.
Like, he literally saved my life, bro. When I met him, at that time, I was homeless, but I was also sleeping on my sister's floor at the time. No shit. And that led me to moving to Vegas a couple years later. I moved to Vegas like a year or two after O'Day moved. And then that's when I met you.
Yeah, I remember because I remember hearing about like I basically like in a way I kind of met you through O'Day because it was like I was training with O'Day at the time in the pro practice and then we talked and you're like, oh, I'm here with O'Day. That's what happened when we first met. Yeah.
And like O'Day was he was a great role model to me too. And dude, like I said, man, they open up doors for me that I could never imagine, bro. Like as far as like with me, my life was never so much about making it to the UFC. Or like don't get me wrong, it's every kid's dream to make it somewhere big. But I can honestly say that making it to the UFC was not my dream. Like this right here, starting my podcast and being on TV or like I use that as a
The way I see it is like me and you both like me. When I was a kid, like so I did like some martial arts. So my entire life I wanted to be in Disney Channel. I wanted to be in movies. I wanted to be selling out not arenas and not T-Mobile Arena and Allegiant Stadium, but I wanted to be selling out movie theaters. That was my dream. That was my passion. That's what I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. And ever since I was a kid, I just knew in my heart of hearts, I just knew I was like, I'm gonna be the most famous person ever to ever exist. And I was like, and it had nothing to do with fighting. So I got into acting and I got into dancing, and then I fell out of it. I was just kind of like being a teenager, just like trying to be a teenager, just doing teenager stuff. And then I found fighting, and then fighting gave me the outlet to like pursue something that was like fun. And it was just like for that time in my life, it's what I really wanted to pour out all my heart into. And then now I'm realizing, I'm like, bro, I wasn't meant to just be a fighter either. Can't just be a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's why Bully is versatile, man. Like my pops, he called himself Mr. Versatile.
Bro, your music though?
I'm versatile. Listen, I got the music, I got the acting, bro, my hands are in everything, bro. Yeah. And it's like with you, it's like, bro, the first time I saw you dance, bro, I'm like, bro, this motherfucker can dance. Like, bro, you remind me of Israel Adesanya, bro. Like, that motherfucker got the dancing skills. Like, bro, he could whoop your ass and then hit the moonwalk on your ass right after.
Let's go.
Like, the fuck? But, no, bro.
Do a TikTok dance on some of these girls.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, you're diverse. You're not just stuck to just one thing. Like, the thing is with people, when I was talking to my wife about you, bro, and I'm like, bro, like, even when you came to our wedding, I was like, y'all my boys, bro. And I was like, I only want people that I genuinely fuck with at my wedding. Yeah. And it's like, wasn't that many people there. Like, don't get me wrong, I wanted Johnny and all the other guys there and everything like that, but I was worried about the crowd limit thing. It was like, because they didn't explain that shit to me until the day of. I'm like, bro, it's probably too late to invite all these motherfuckers. He got something going on. He got something going on. Fuck. But the moral of the story is, bro, like, I can honestly say, bro, you were a major impact on my life, bro. I look at a lot of shit that you do, and you bring out the best in me. Like, even with the acting, like, bro, I'm an actor too.
I know.
You know what I mean? I'm an actor, and I like to act. I like to write. I like to I'm
What kind of movies
diverse.
though?
Huh? Not yet. Not yet.
Oh shit.
Not
Okay.
yet. Not yet. All right. So my next question, man,
Next question.
because you already answered a few of them. Okay, so let's officially get into this conversation. Let's talk about Johnny Parsons. And we already talked about how we all met, how we all came together as a family. What is it like? Because I know you're a Johnny Parsons guy. I'm a Johnny Parsons guy. And let me officially say, like, my loyalty to Johnny is fucking strong. And he doesn't even know how strong my loyalty is to him because believe it or not, I wanted to be at Syndicate. I don't even know why the fuck. I don't even know what the fuck happened between him and Syndicate. You feel me? I only left Syndicate because he left Syndicate. You feel me? And how is it working with him? Because I know he's more of like more of a big brother than just a manager and a coach.
Yeah. So what I didn't know when I was that little kid in class, just showing up to practice, and he didn't know my name. I didn't know I'd be living at this dude's house years later. You know what I mean? More than fighting is like Johnny. Johnny's my he's like you said, he's my fucking brother. He's my family, man. The person he is in real life is really why he's in my life. More so than the coach he is. I think I have a special appreciation. Like I'm always going on about how good of a coach he is and how good he is, and it's like he's only had one fight in the UFC, and that was years ago. It was like, how can I say he's the best striker in the UFC and the best this or that when he's only had one fight years ago? And it's like I think that me and him just click.
Yeah.
I see where he's better than everybody else. Like I see it.
And my thing with him is I got so much respect and honor for this guy. It's like, and I'll be 100%, bro. It's like, even my wife, like, me and Johnny haven't spoken in a while. But my wife, Liz is my wife, like, have you spoken to Johnny? Had you checked on Johnny? Have you talked to Johnny? Even though I haven't, my wife, like, oh, you need to talk to Johnny. You need to check on Johnny. Because, like, don't get me wrong, even if we had a fallout, like every blue moon, no matter how much, he'll find a way to get in touch with me to check on me. So I have to honor that as brothers. Like you don't talk to your friends every day. You don't talk to your brothers every day. But when you talk, it's like me and Johnny, like we weren't always seeing eye to eye, but I knew he wanted the best for me, and that's why I got love and respect for him. And the only thing he ever wanted from me was to want it just as bad as he wanted it for me. You know what I mean? And honestly, I have to thank him. Like my last fight was literally my last fight, and he was in my corner. You feel me? You were in my corner. He was in my corner. Bernardo was in my corner. You know. But and we worked so fucking hard that camp on a 3 weeks notice fight, and for him it's like it wasn't even the fact that he was in my corner. It was the prayer that we had backstage. That and he told me, remember everything that you've been through leading up to this moment. And now I live with that shit, bro. I live with that. Remember everything that you've been through leading up to this moment. And now, even with the podcast and things like that, even though I'm not competing right now, I had to remember everything that I went through leading up to this moment because he told me that. And I had to honor what he said to me.
I was just to piggyback off that, like not to glaze like Johnny or something, but like or not to be too much of a that for Johnny, but what I would say is like there's got to be a certain type of appreciation for a coach at his level that's just doing the things he's done for you and for me. We're nobodies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like just to get that level of coaching and stuff. And I'm sure there's plenty of other coaches out there like that. Plenty of other unappreciated coaches out there. So it's really about me and you are really like expressing our love and like admiration for the coaches out there that are just on such a high level.
Because they didn't have to do it.
And they're doing, and like he's never asked any money from me to corner me, ever. Like some coaches out here are all about themselves. Some coaches out here are all about money.
He gave me a price, but he never pressured me to pay that price. Yeah. It was my skill that he wanted me to pay. And you know what? And that's what I honor. Like I said, I honor him for that because it was the skill. He wanted my skill. and he wanted that. Like he know, like fucking bully, man, fucking bully, like bro, like yeah, bro, like
Can we roll the clip of us when we were shadowboxing and you're like, it's my
yeah,
turn.
we
And you're
go,
like,
we definitely gonna roll them clips, bro. We go.
Okay, speaking of clips, I gotta ask you this: how many clips have you dodged? You're about that gang life.
Nah, you can go there, bro. You can go there, bro. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Growing up in the city of Milwaukee, bro, it's like I've been robbed, I've been shot at, I have people try to kill me. Like literally try to kill me, bro. That's why I really haven't been home. And when I do go home, bro, it's like nobody knows I'm in the city until I'm gone. And if I do pop out, like bro, I got 2 or 3 guns with me. 2 or 3 guns or 2 or 3 goons. If
Ooh,
I
I
ain't got
like
no
that's
guns,
hard.
if I ain't got no guns, somebody with me got guns. You feel me? But that take me back to this podcast I watched with David Benner. And he said, bro, if I get killed, bro, it's gonna be in Memphis because that's the city where I'm from. And he was like, I love my people, but I keep 2 pistols on me. With me, I always kept 3. And that was just me. Because growing up the way that I grew up around killers, pimps, drug dealers, motherfuckers who like to do all the crazy shit. And I adapted to that lifestyle. But what separated me from everybody else was I did like to go to church, bro. I wanted to be a preacher, bro. I wanted to be a pastor. Like, no bull. I wanted to be a pastor. But I realized, like, it's so many false prophets out here that just won't tell the truth. And I'm like, I don't want to be that. So I'm like, I'd rather be a motivational speaker where I can cuss if I need to or want to, or I can say what I need to do. But at the end of the day, God knows my heart. You know what I mean? From the things that I've been through in my life, from like homelessness to couch surfing to selling drugs or doing other shit that I felt like I needed to do to survive, bro. And all I needed to do to just work. I just needed to work, bro. But at the end of the day, I adapted to a certain lifestyle of what I was bred into. And people like even it's shit that I've done that my siblings don't even know that I've done. You know me? And they were like they used to talk to me all the time like, "Oh, you ain't no gangster, you ain't no thug, yada yada yada." And I'm like, "Okay."
No, because I brought that up because personally, like you talked about like me being like humble or whatever, but I'm like, bro, you're a straight gangster, and it's like
Former gangster,
former gangster, but like once a gangster, always a gangster, but in a wholesome type of way. Like my dad is like one of the biggest gangsters in Chicago ever. And it's like you wouldn't tell that from just meeting him. He's like super wholesome, nice guy, and that like that's you. Like that's you. Like you say like I'm a calm killer, but I really feel that with you. I feel like you're a humble, cool. It's like okay.
I get it from my pops too, cause I hear all the stories from about my pops from when he was a kid, and people always tell me, "Oh,
They're like, oh, that's Big Bullie.
yeah, like they call my pops Big JB. I'm Little JB, but but they always tell me, "Oh, you remind me of your pops when he was younger," and like my dad, and as in we, I mean me and my siblings, we saved his life. And I mean, like when we were born, he changed his life around. And now it's like me as a father, I got kids now. I got daughters, bro, and that changed my life. It made me respect women more. It's helping me to respect women more, I should say.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. I feel like me and my older brother did that. For like, I think for sure, my older brother did that when he was first born, and then me as well, just making sure our dad becomes a little bit more, it kind of gets out.
Humbled him a little more.
Yeah,
Humbled him a little
and
more.
like made it so that he tried not to die so easily or be in prison so easily.
Like me, like now it's like I'm never in my a million years expected like, oh, I'm gonna be married, bro. Like I'm fucking married. Like people be like, bro, the I'm gonna say the former right now, but like the biggest hoe of them all, like the biggest player of them all, like bro, I'm married, bro. Like it's the little things. It's the little things that I've accomplished. Bro, I got my own crib, I got my own show, I got everything that every man could ask for it.
I think I'll always accredit my softness. Like I'm a straight nice guy. I'm straight like suburban white
Wow,
kid.
you gotta teach me that, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. I gotta
teach
do
me
that, but I think it's because I
You
grew
gotta
up
teach me that.
like the mom I grew up in, like the sisters I grew up. Like
Your mom
I'll
is really
always be
nice.
like a
I met your mom. She's really
yeah
fucking nice, bro.
yeah yeah yeah. And I no, I just feel like having like growing up with sisters and stuff is like I'll never like I can never be one of those like a pimp or like I can never be like you know what I'm saying like and it's like you obviously came from a different lifestyle and like you know but whatever but it's like when you have like women in your life especially younger women that you got to take care of it's like bro
See, my mom and
now
she
you
gonna
think
kill
you
me.
see it from their perspective.
My mom gonna kill me for saying this, but it's true. My mom was more of a. She was a nigga and a woman at the same time. I'm gonna tell you, my mama was a nigga and a man and a woman at the same time. Like my mama was she was a thug, you know. So it's like with her. With that being said, it's like I couldn't cry
Yeah.
around my mom, bro. I couldn't cry. I couldn't show no signs of weakness around my mother. So the type of mother you grew up with versus how I grew up with, my mama was she's a fucking hard body. So it's like, and I adapted to that. My mom was always angry. Sometimes I don't even think she knew why she was angry, you know. And now I adapted to that same lifestyle of just being fucking angry for no reason. Like I gotta be hard all the time. And then like something my wife told me, like she was like, it's not that I think you're soft. She said, I think you're too fucking hard. Like you're too hard. And you know, and I'm like, she doesn't want that. She wants me to be vulnerable. She wants me to show that softness. So like when I kick it with you, bro, you show me like, bro, it's okay to let your guard down. It's okay
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
chill.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like and I'm learning that. It's
Yeah.
okay to be chill. And I'm a lot happier when I'm chill. I'm a whole lot happier when I'm chill, bro. And but yeah, bro, like we have two different upbringings, bro, but I feel like I've known you my whole life, bro.
Bro, me too, bro. Dude. My life couldn't be my life without you, bro. Bro, there's nobody like you, dog. There's nobody like you, bro. You make me laugh like nobody else. You give me a good time like nobody else, bro. Like it's pause. Like I'm not trying to glaze you too much.
All right. So you already pretty much answered this question, but I gotta ask it. What inspiration or advice do you have for the average person wanting to get started in the fight industry?
Average, so like an average person
Like
wanting
a
to.
regular person who's just like I wanna sign up for boxing or I wanna sign up for MMA or Muay Thai or whatever. The average person. What advice
Like
do you have?
okay, so I would
Who wants
just
to take their career? Who actually wants to make a career out of it?
okay, perfect. So I'll put it this way. I'll just start with the age 25 because age plays the biggest role in the advice I'll give. Say a 25-year-old that's never trained a day in their life that discovered fighting and wants to, excuse me, make it to the UFC. Um, they could, I would just say first off, if you want to make it to the UFC and you know that that's what you want to do, you have to decide in your mind. Like, just start by manifesting right away. Don't start fighting and then learn manifesting. Start by manifesting before you even start in the gym. And there's a lot of cocky fighters that come in, and a lot of gym warriors, a lot of dudes that like get beat up when they come to a gym because they're cocky and they come in like, oh, I've never trained before, but I'll beat this dude up or whatever. It's like, no, not being one of those guys. That's being stupid and dumb.
And I was stupid and dumb. I'm gonna tell you this. I was stupid and bro. My first time in an MMA gym, bro. Like I said, shout out to Marlon Culpepper 0 to 100 Fitness. Hit me up for the info. I'll send you the info if you're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Shout out to him, man. But my shout out to my mentor Mike Locke. Funny story. My first day in the gym, I went in there and I sparred, bro. And I'm sparring against Mike. And then this is how I got the name Bully, though. This is how I got the name Bully. So me and Mike were sparring, and I'm amped the fuck up, bro. I'm amped up, and I'm like, come on, come on. I'm like, hit me, hit me.
I didn't
Marlon
tell you
was
to
like,
stop.
Yeah,
I
Marlon was
didn't
like,
tell you to stop.
he said, no, no. Mike hit me with that 2 piece. He said, "Bink, bink." I went down.
All right.
And then after I went down, that motherfucker took my back and he choked me out. Marlon said, "Just tap." I said, "No." He said, "Just tap." I'm like,
It's like a movie.
if you ever watch Never Back Down,
Yeah.
that was me, bro.
Oh shit, like a movie, like I said.
Me, bro. That was me. He said, "Just tap." I'm like, "No." And then he was like, "Bro." He was like, "Bro, you tough as shit, bro, but don't ever do that stupid shit again."
Yeah.
That's what Marlon said. And I'm like, I said, "Listen, I learned my lesson now."
Yeah.
But from that day forward, though, I stopped being that stupid guy. But when I go into people's gyms and they be like, "Hey, do you got experience?" And I be like, "No." I don't tell people that I have experience if they don't know who I am. And with that, like what you said, I don't like to go in people's gyms like, "Oh, I can whoop your ass, yada yada yada." No, because I know people. This is what pisses me off when people know that you're the new guy. They try to fuck you up.
Yeah.
I like that.
And that's what I was gonna say. It's like
I like that.
Yeah, I know you like that.
I like
I know you
that.
like that. I know you like. And some people are gangsters. Like some people want to fight and scrap or whatever. But the point is, like, the advice I would give is like, yo, not gym hero. I'm gonna walk in. I'm UFC champion on the first day. But it's like, bro, start by saying, I'm gonna end up where I want to be. You have to believe it. You have to decide it. If you're like 25 years old, I'm just like speaking like from a dude who's like, man, maybe I can't make it to the UFC. I'm like, if you're like, maybe I can't make it to the UFC and you're like in your mid to late 20s, it's like, just don't even worry about it then. Don't even stress about it. But if you were like, bro, this is what I want to do, you can do it. But you got to start manifesting it. So decide. I'm going to do it. Not like I'm already there, but one day I'm going to be there. So,
You gotta imagine it.
so because this is the side of it that like people don't always talk about, is like the spiritual side of things. You got to think about it. The universe is an alive thing. It's an alive, intelligent thing, right? And it's God. It's what people call God. And it's like you don't just like have 3 wishes and you can say get anything you want. But it's like you got to start thinking about how there is a force working that is smarter than you. And you gotta like start to apply the certain rules and tactics in terms of like creating your life that this thing has set in place, and those things are manifestation. So to anybody who wants to make a career out of it, if you're just an average person, if you're later in life, or even if you're like young, like 20, like even like the age 29, 30, that's still very young in life. But if you want to get into fighting, it's older. You have to just like start manifesting it. You can't doubt yourself. That's one thing that I wish I knew earlier, because I know that now. I'm saying that because I wish I knew that earlier. And I'm still only 23, but I wish I knew that even when I was 16, 17, you know? So anyways, do that, and then just come into wherever you're going expecting to like not, because a lot of people, and this is like, if I could tell anybody, I was like, yo, if you want to make a career, start by manifesting it. And when you walk in the gym, expect that a year from now you're gonna be like, it's a completely different world. Because I can't even tell too many people, like I can tell people a bunch of things like eat right, whatever. It's like there's a bunch of other people to give that type of advice, right? So you can listen to them. But for me, I would say, if you're an average dude and you want to make a career out of this, even if it's not the UFC, even if it's just like a successful like regional pro level, PFL, like so many other promotions, not just the UFC. So it's like you can definitely be a successful pro even if you're later in life and you've never trained. It's just like, just expect that there's going to be a fucking world that opens up for you that you didn't know existed. Because most men out here aren't going day to day like realizing how vulnerable they are. Men like us, we have this internal thing where we just kind of decide like, yeah, I could fight. It's different for women because it's like, they're like, no, my man can fight for me. And then the man that can't fight for them is like, yeah, I can fight. It's like, but have you ever fought before? It's like, no. It's like, oh yeah, I fought before. Who'd you fight? Another dude who couldn't fight. It's the thing that happens with men mentally. It's like, we just go fighting. That's what men do. Yeah, I can do that. And it's like some people instinctually have that. Some people naturally have that. But like that's how people get humbled in these street fights. Is they go, I'm a man. Yeah, I just fucking throw a punch, and then they throw a punch, and then now they're face planted on the ground because they haven't gone through that mental path of like, yo, I don't know shit.
Right. Like, cause I've met people who only trained a couple weeks and walk around like they're tough as shit. And like, bro, you gotta be humble.
So then my advice would just be like, yo, if you are just an average dude, you want to be successful, just humble yourself and just be like, yo, there are kids, bro. My fucking 14-year-olds would mollywop these dudes walking around the streets. Bro, you want to tell me, bro, give me an athletic adult male.
I've learned more from
my 16-year-olds would mollywop them.
I've learned more from little kids, bro. Like, especially Johnny's kids.
Yeah.
I learned more from little kids.
His kids would.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Fuck you up, bro.
Bro, straight
So,
fuck you up.
when people walk around like I come encounter with people all the time at work when I'm at work, and they walk big as shit, walk tough as shit, and I'm like, bro, like somebody gonna have to humble your ass, bro. And I can't let it be me. I can't let it be me because you gonna want to shoot me afterwards.
Yeah.
But I be like, when people get to talking all reckless and shit, I'm like, bro, you gonna have to relax because you tough because people are around. But behind closed doors, when people find out, like, bro, like me, I don't even like to telling people I fight, bro. I tell people I play soccer. Like, that's the most dangerous shit, yeah, you can ever imagine. Like, bro, I play soccer. Like, I'm a soccer player.
This nigga's talking about soccer players. Bro, I'm sorry. Okay. You know what's funny is Johnny's kids play soccer. Johnny's kids play soccer. This is funny. Soccer players are the softest motherfuckers on the planet. They're all pretty boy, like fucking soft men, but they get all the women. I love it. Because it's like, bro, these niggas are like, these niggas are women. Like, but anyways, Johnny's kids, like, they're playing soccer with a bunch of kids who like will think they're tough. And then it's like, yeah, well, wait until you realize that this soccer player is a fucking 6-0 in Thailand.
Bro, these fucking kids are pros in Thailand.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Bro, but that's what I be saying, bro. That's why, like, dog, you never know who you come encounter with, bro. And that's why I try to be cool. Like, people will be like, bro, I would have never known you fight until you told me. I'm like, bro, that's because I don't believe in walking around like I can whoop everybody ass, bro. Because I know I can take a loss. I walk around knowing I can whoop somebody's ass and I can be okay if I lose because I've been there. Yeah. But a big part, and I asked that question, what I ask you is because there's a lot of people like, oh, I want to start boxing. Oh, I want to start MMA. Oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. And it's like, bro, you have to be consistent too. My thing with me was I wasn't consistent. And that's okay because it's like I had admirations I wanted to fight, but I never gave a fuck if I was successful in the fight game. Yeah. I gave a fuck whether I built something off of these wins or these losses. And I'm doing that. You feel me? I'm doing that. So it's like, my thing is I find what I'm passionate about while doing it. Like, I realize, bro, I'm good on the camera. Bro, bro, you're so good on the camera. Bro, the fucking, when I heard your music for the first time, I was like, bro, of course his music's good. This nigga is one of the best talkers I've ever met in my life. It's because I never faked anything that I rapped about.
Yeah.
I never faked anything I rapped about. Like, I manifested everything I rapped about.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what the good shit, the bad shit, I manifested it. Like, sometimes I decided my own fate. And that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Like, I've sabotaged myself in a lot of fucking ways, bro. I could. My thing is with this. I'm 28 years old, bro. Let's be real with you. If I had stuck to it how you stuck to it, because you are younger than me. You're 23, I'm 28, bro. I could have been in the UFC years ago. Yeah. And that's not coming from me. Yeah. That's coming from actual motherfuckers in the UFC. And that's coming from coaches, bro. I could have made it a long time ago. I just didn't stick to it. But the thing is, with MMA, like, I became so depressed, and I never even knew why. And then I got older and I figured out the reason I came so depressed with MMA is because I looked at it like a job. It was supposed to be something that was fun. I'm sitting here worried about the money and shit when I'm not even making money yet.
I'm glad you brought that up because like for me like after my last fight like I lost like it was like kind of like a just like a boring decision I lost and like I had such a hard year before that and like I ended the year by fighting at a state that was like not optimal for me to fight and it's like I lost that fight and it was like a boring fight and it was like bro I'm not having fun right now like
You fought on our anniversary, bro. December 21st.
no way
Bro, we debuted December 21st in 2021.
2021 that's
Your
crazy
last fight that you had, I was there.
yeah
And it was on our anniversary day, bro. The day we debuted.
that's crazy
And the only reason I remember that because it keeps popping up in my fucking memories, bro. And that fight, it's like you being my brother, I can say your striking was good, but I wasn't impressed with the ground. And the reason being is because people focused with you and so much on the Muay Thai and the striking because they're used to you being a striker. But remember what I always said: don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. When we took it to the ground, like you,
I didn't tell you to stop
yeah. But it's like it's not that you didn't know what to do on the ground, and it's not that he out wrestled you. I personally saw you weren't into it. Like Nasir Davis, the real deal, wasn't in that cage, bro. And I felt that. Like we were there to support you. But at that time, you were me. Like you weren't happy being in there. You feel me? Like and I saw that. And that's not me making excuses for you. I don't know where your mental was, but your mental wasn't in the game. And 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 truthfully, it's like I'm like, bro, that my brother can do a lot better. It's like my brother, I know you could. I've seen you
yeah
do a lot better.
the thing for me which was so big is like in my sparring rounds in the year like I look at myself a year before that fight and I go the dude a year ago would have beat the version of me in that cage's ass in 30 seconds like my sparring rounds like everything is like the dude in that cage like would have gotten fucking killed by the version of me like a year and even 2 years ago. So like for me it was just like bro like I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's like I know that I ain't really like you said it wasn't me in the cage. I know I did not lose to my opponent. Like, like I did not lose to him. Yeah, exactly. Like I lost to something that was other than my opponent. And like it's just like when that happens just like bro, I need to fucking like I didn't want to get back in the gym. It wasn't a moment like, oh, we got to get back to the grind. We got to get back to getting we got to get better. We got to drill more. It's like for me it was like, bro, if I want to win, I got to fucking stop fighting. I got to fucking do whatever I need to do to get Nasir back in
enjoying
the
life.
cage. Yeah.
And that's my thing with me. Like now, it's like I haven't told anybody, but I've been looking for a gym to train at. And it's not that I don't want to train with Johnny. It's not that at all. It's because when I'm with Johnny, I'm locked in, but I'm isolated. It's like I train with who he brings in. I don't get to pick and choose who I train with. And it's like I spend most of my time by myself. So if I'm already spending time by myself and I'm limited to the people that he brings in, then like I'm still by myself because like now I'm under pressure. Like I don't know who the fuck he's bringing in next. And it's like I don't want to hurt them and I don't want them to hurt me. The truth be told, I was supposed to fight in February. And that was you was a part of that camp.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm so hyped.
yeah, I was supposed to fight. And the reason that this is my first time opening up about this, but the reason I didn't compete, I texted Johnny. I said, I'm not ready. I said, I'm not ready. Mind you, I've been out the gym for a year. Not even a year, for 6 months. I've been out the gym for like 6 months. I'm like, bro, I'm not ready. And then not to mention, what I didn't tell Johnny at the time was I was training with an injury. I can't say what injury, but I was training with an injury. I'm better now.
I could tell. I could tell you weren't.
And the injury was taking a toll because he wanted more from me than I was able to give. I wasn't able to give my full 100% with that injury, bro. So it's like, and I texted him one day, and I know personally what Johnny didn't tell me is what I already knew. And it's not that he didn't believe in me. He didn't believe that I could win the fight. But indirectly, he told me. He was like, well, they're feeding you to a guy. They're feeding you to this guy because they know you haven't been training.
With the bully that I saw when I was I didn't like bro when we were in what was it?
Utah.
We were in Utah, Hurricane, Utah, and you
Shout out
fought
to Crown Fighting
you
Championship.
fought that dude, and I was like, bro, like Bully's in mode.
Yeah.
But I don't even think that was the best bully.
It
I don't even
wasn't.
think it was even close to the best bully.
It wasn't.
But what I did see is that you were mentally ready to do whatever you needed to do to win.
Right.
And it's like, that's sometimes what you need. Like, sometimes you're not at your best, but you're just mentally ready to do whatever you need to do to win.
Right. And it's people don't understand. Like, it's easy to say I want to fight, but once you're locked in that fucking cage, whether you're an AMI or a pro, it's life or death. These motherfuckers are trying to kill you. They have a point to prove. And that's the only thing that's in my mind. Like, bro, I am locked in a cage with another man who is trying to hurt me.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm in kill mode. Like, believe it or not, with certain people, and I'm one of those people, your skill set goes out the window. Everything you trained goes out the window. It's life or fucking death with me. It's like, I've never been in jail, but I know it's like being in jail. It's you, me, and the fucking ref in this ring right now, in this cage right now. One of us is going to leave alive. One of us is going to die.
Yeah.
And we worked so fucking hard, bro. Within 3 weeks, I knew, you knew, Johnny knew I was going to win. But that fight that I was prepping for, even I knew I wasn't going to win, bro. I told myself, and it's not me, it wasn't me doubting myself, like, bro, Bully, you're not fucking ready. You're rushing it. You're rushing it. Because I haven't trained with that many people. And you know, we know Johnny got he has his own way of training and coaching. And it's something that I'm still adapting to. And it's not, like I said, it's not that I don't want to train with him, because I do, because he's the only motherfucker that really give his 24/7 time to me. You know? It's just me, I didn't feel right working with him and not being able to pay him. You know, so if it came up to where they got to do certain shit, I can't afford to give you gas money. I can't afford for your trainings. And even though I was scraping by to do that, I felt the love with him. Like, I felt I understood his frustration with working with me. I'm not the easiest person to fucking train and work with. And it ain't even the fact that I don't listen. I'm a little special ed, bro. I'm a slow learner. So I'm a slow learner. It's like, I'm not hard-headed. I'm just a slow learner. And that can be frustrating. But I didn't believe I could win because I was injured. I didn't, and if he's watching this, that was the real reason I put out the fight, bro. Like, but I didn't want motherfuckers to know, like, Bully put out because he was injured. But I was honest to say, like, bro, I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I feel like injuries, like, I put it this way, like, I always saw things like, there's different injuries every single time you fight, and it's like people only talk about one type of injury, and it's the physical injury.
Right.
It's like, I'm kind of revealing something I just do in my own head, but I go like, I'm probably always going into a fight with some type of injury. Like, before, I've gone into injuries, like, in my love life, like injuries in my heart. Before, I've gone into injuries where it was like my family life. I've gone into injuries where it was just life, like financial injury. You know what I mean? Like, those
100%.
things always,
It matters.
it matters because it's like when I was at my best, I was completely present.
Right.
And then when you're not completely present in the moment, when there's always, and it's not always like a big thing, but it's just something to make like even like I'll put this way, like motivation. Like everybody has different motivation.
Right.
Money, status, proving somebody wrong, their girl. When you get in that cage and you think I'm fighting for this thing, you don't realize that's a distraction.
Right. Facts.
Like when you go,
I've been there.
when you're in that cage and you go, I'm fighting for this, that can motivate you so it can be good. But it's
Right.
also a distraction.
Right.
Because what is fighting? Fighting is being present.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're thinking to yourself, I'm fighting for this, while somebody's throwing a punch as fast as they can, now you're distracted.
You're not thinking about what can happen to you.
I was at my best when I was completely present and I wasn't fighting for something. I was just fighting. You know what I mean? Like when you're just fighting, that's when you're your best. If you go in there and you go, oh, he's going to be at his best because he's motivated, or he's going to be at his best because this is like, for example, I've been thinking about this when it comes to older fighters. He's going to, fight his heart out, and he's going to fight because, he wants to end his career, like he's like a vet, and he wants to end his career with a win, and it's like, if he's fighting in that fight to end his career on a good note, he's not fighting as good as he can because he's fighting for something other than fighting.
Right.
You gotta be fighting for fighting.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
You know what I mean? If you're not fighting for fighting, then you're not fighting.
That was like the night we debuted, bro.
Yeah.
And my mom was in the crowd. Everybody was in the crowd. I was amped the fuck up, bro. I was amped up. I got the videos on my channel. If y'all want to check it out, I got the videos on my channel. But I was amped the fuck up. And I thought that was fighting. I was like, oh, I'm amped up. Like I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Whatever, bro. Shout out to Alex Shesov. That's my boy still to this day. We fought in 2021, and to this day, he's still my number one fan. And that's my boy. Shout out to him. He's still competing to this day too. But more of the story, that 6 feet tall, I'm 5'3". I don't know shit about wrestling or jiu-jitsu. That tall motherfucker wrapped his legs around me.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing his team in the back. He was like from some other country or something.
Yeah. He had his flag and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but at the end of that fight, he was like, excuse me. He told my mom, he was like, your son hits hard as fuck. It's like he's a badass.
Yeah.
But this is coming from a guy who just whooped my ass. Well, he didn't even whoop my ass. He just he submitted me.
Yeah.
And but I was so focused on my mom's voice outside the cage, my siblings' voice. I literally heard them screaming and yelling. And instead of focusing on the fight, I'm focused on them. I bullshit you not. If I had not focused on them and I had a little bit more skill, I don't give a fuck how long he was, I could have broke out of that submission.
And I think this is one thing that I think is like the commentators in the UFC, they're always talking about, oh, he seems really focused. Oh, he seems really dialed in. Or he seems really motivated. But it's like, at no point have the commentators ever expressed what being focused truly is.
Yeah.
Being focused isn't being focused. Being focused is being present.
Right.
I just think about the commentators because it's like when you watch fight or whatever, you're always like listening, you're always getting feedback from the commentators. You're trying to see their experience from the commentator's perspective and what they're saying about it. But it's like the commentators never talk about how like when they're walking out to the cage, they're not focused if they're thinking about anything.
Right.
If they're thinking about anything, then they're not focused. Focus is just pure presence. It's pure being in the moment. It's pure, not future or past, but now.
I'm gonna tell you what. You gonna laugh. You gonna laugh your ass off with this. My last 2 fights that I won, bro. Do you know what I was really thinking about? Well, the first one, not the first one, but the second one was a kickboxing fight. One of my homies died 2 days before my fight. Yeah, he was supposed to be in my corner. Yeah. So he got killed. Rest in peace to Leo. Rest in peace to Leo. And the promoter, they reached out to us like, do you guys want to pull out the fight? Yada, yada, yada. I was like, no, because he would have told me stop acting like a bitch and go out there and fight. I'm not pulling out of shit.
Yeah.
And then I did something that you should never do. I looked his mom and his sister in the face and I said, I'm gonna win this fight for your son. I promise you. I made a promise that I was gonna win. Shouldn't have done that. But at the end of that fight, I actually won. And I broke down in the middle of that fucking ring.
That was your kickboxing fight.
That was my kickboxing fight. I broke
Dude,
down.
that shit was a movie.
And then everybody was like, why is he crying? Why is he crying? And then that's when the word started circulating. Like, their teammate just got killed. Like, he got killed 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And they wasn't expecting us to compete. Like, my guy Derek, he competed, but I feel like he threw his fight. I feel like he wanted a reason. And I told him this straight up. This is not me sneak dissing or nothing. I told him straight up. I said, bro, you threw that fucking fight, bro. And I was mad at him, too. I said, bro, you didn't get knocked out, bro. He knocked your ass down, but he didn't knock you out. Period. And shout out to Coach Ben, because he cornered me for that fight, too. And he told me, I don't want you to watch this fight. His exact words, he said, you're not watching this fight. Because even he knew that fight was going to go that way.
Yeah.
And then, like, bro, and I told him, I confronted him. I said, bro, you threw that fucking fight. You could have won that fight. And it pissed me off. The whole ride home, it pissed me off. But I'm like, because I know you could have won. This fucking guy, bro. But I'm like, everybody was like, oh, his teammate got killed and whatever. But I won that fight for him.
Yeah.
I won that fight for him, bro. I'm like, I wasn't, a part of me didn't want to compete. But he would have told me, stop acting like a bitch. Get out there. Like, he wouldn't have wanted me to not compete. But that, my third fight, the fight that in Utah, Johnny was in my corner, you was in my corner, Bernardo was in my corner. That fight, the whole time I'm walking to the cage, believe it or not, bro, I was thinking about cheeseburgers.
Oh, dude, I need to pull up the fucking photo of the fucking cheeseburger when we were out at the fucking thing.
Dog.
This nigga really was thinking about cheeseburgers. Though.
You gotta send me that shit too. You gotta. I'm walking to the cage, like, bro, I want a fucking burger.
I want
like,
a cheeseburger.
I want a fucking burger, bro. And it's like in the day of weigh-ins though, the day before the fight, bro, I had a fucking cheeseburger, but the burgers that we had was so good, bro.
Was that August?
It was in August. I'm like, bro, I want another fucking burger. Like, I'm walking to the cage thinking, like, bro, I want another fucking burger, bro. Like that burger was really fucking good, bro. I want another fucking burger.
This nigga?
Yeah, bro. Dog. Like, bro, I wanted another fucking burger. I was thinking about that, though.
You got that fucking cheeseburger. Me and Bernardo were fucking dying because of it. You're like,
bro, because what people don't know, dog, at the time, I was walking around at 145, and I had to cut down to 125 pounds. And I did that in 3 weeks.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I was walking around at 145, and I had to cut to 125 in 3 weeks.
Shit.
I had to miss a meal. I was drained during camp. I'm surviving off water, fish, and rice. Water, fish, and rice. I was hurting, and I worked in a gym at the time.
That's not a lot to fucking work off of.
So imagine, like, my colleagues are coaching me while I'm away from Johnny.
Yeah.
Like, I got people hitting pads with me while I'm at work. People fucking my clients coming in, like, they don't even want to work out. They just want to watch me train.
Yeah.
Like, they paying for these sessions to watch me train. I felt like fucking Mayweather, bro.
I know.
Like fuck.
Dude,
Like,
bro. One day, like, you'll understand this one day. One day, you're going to own 12 buildings like Mayweather.
Bro, you know what? And I believe it. And you know what? Believe it or not, like, I do plan on competing again. That's a question a lot of people been asking me. I swear to you, every day, bro. I'm at work every day, bro, and all I get is, yo, when are you going to compete? When are you going to compete? So people want to know, am I going to compete again? Yes. But right now is not the time. This right here is my focus. This is my happiness. This is my peace. Am I going to compete again? Fuck yeah. Because, like, shit, Motherfuckers get angry sometimes. I just gotta let some shit out.
Gotta let them know.
I gotta let some shit out. Motherfuckers gotta remember who Bully is, not just for podcasting or public speaking. Motherfuckers gotta know that's a dog right there, bro. I'm a fucking dog at the end of the day, and this dog has gotta be fed.
You know what I feel like I am really happy about in my life is like I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody.
Speaking of, okay,
I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. I just like I just feel like at peace because like I don't gotta fight to say nothing to prove nothing to nobody. I know who I am, and like whereas before in my life like I didn't know who I was. It's like now it's like yo you can say whatever you want about me.
yeah.
Those are words.
See, my thing is to piggyback off that. I give credit. I 100% give credit to my wife. You know,
Hey,
like,
hey, bro, a fucking good girl is, bro, a good girl to hold you down is what every man fucking wants.
I give credit to my wife because
dreams
when I
of.
met my wife, bro, to be honest with you, I didn't know who the fuck I was, bro. I just knew I was Bully. I knew I was a dog. I knew I was a motherfucking king. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Amen.
But my wife, she humbled me in ways that she humbled me in ways that I couldn't imagine, bro. Like, and still, till to this day, like I'm still learning, bro. I'm young, but my wife is 10 years older than me, bro.
Women are, bro, women are the fucking truth of life.
Bro,
Because, bro,
I swear.
I'll put it this way: there's a lot of men out there nowadays, like on the internet or whatever, talking bad about women, like oh, women are all hoes or whatever. It's like no, the truth is like, bro, the only reason we fucking breathe is because of women. The only reason we fucking walk or talk or fucking do whatever we do is because of women. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if it's like if you're not right there mentally, it's like whatever. It's like if you don't have a woman in your life to humble you, you don't have a woman in your life to ground you. It's like, bro, you don't. It's like, bro, you don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. And then
It's
the
like a lot
problem
of men lie to themselves about that.
and I used to lie to myself a lot, bro. I used to lie to myself a lot. And the thing is, like, it's okay to honor your woman, bro. It's okay to give her credit. It's okay to give her the love and the honor that she deserves. And that's where I fucked up. I fucked up by not doing that as much. And I have a great fucking I have an amazing woman, bro. So it's like majority of the shit that I have, bro, including this podcast, bro, was due to having a wife. I would have never got this shit done dealing with my baby mama or dealing with other fucking females, you know? I would have never gotten this far. But my wife, look me in my face. You a boss. You a boss.
It's a
And
real
you gotta act like a boss. You gotta be a boss. You know?
I see it as like some women enter your life and then it's like they fucking show you the man, they give you the confidence that you should have, and it's like you know she's a real one if when she leaves that confidence all that is still there. If she comes into your life and she builds you up, she fucking shows you the king you are, she shows you how you should be treated, what the standard you should have, and then she leaves your life and then you still hold that, it's like whoever the fuck that woman is, that's a real one. Fuck
Right.
whatever anybody else says
I
about
don't
her.
know about most motherfuckers, but I cry when my wife ain't around. But motherfucker, like, listen, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
Ain't
yeah,
nobody
yeah.
gonna whoop my ass. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
it. I cry when my wife not around, bro. Cause
Yeah.
like that little motherfucker right there. Listen, if she ain't around, bro, I'm hurting. I'm hurting because I know what that woman does to me, bro. And she really she builds me. She legitimately she fights for me. She honors me. She's everything that I've never had in a woman. I don't give a fuck when nobody say, "Oh, well, I was there for him. I did this for him." It's woman, stop it, stop it. You did everything for something in return. This woman did everything. My thing is with my wife. When I met her, she came fully equipped. She had the house, she had the cars, she had the good jobs, she had the hustle, she had the grind. She had everything I didn't. All I had was a job and I was sleeping on my baby mama couch. That was it. And that's what I expressed to her the day I didn't keep shit from her. when we went on our first day, I'll say, listen, I'm gonna tell you this is what I'm going through.
That's how you know she's the one when you tell everything.
Yeah, this is
When
what.
she just pulls it out of you,
Yeah,
that's how you know.
I was like, look, this is what I'm going through, and with all due respect, you can stay or you can go. She chose to stay, and she took me out my situation, and she helped me build into the man that I am. Like, bro, like this, a lot of this wouldn't be possible without her. And so, and that takes me to my last and final question. Uh, what's your secret to happiness, and what drives you to be the best that you can be? Yeah, that's
Especially what we talked about. That's about the best. Man, that's about the best question I could ask for. Strives for happiness, man. I'll put it this way: the future, actually. And I think for me, like what I'm saying is like it's not like the right answer. It's just where I'm at in my life right now.
this is about you. This is about you.
So I don't want it to seem like this is how it should be for anybody else. Because a lot of times, like on podcasts, people like have a certain way of talking where it's like they're trying to act like what they're saying is like the end all be all, and it's like yeah, a lot of time you're there to spread a message, but when it comes to subjective things, you got to make sure it's subjective. So for me, it's like this is very subjective. It's the future for me right now. What makes me happy is thinking about how my life will be in the future. I think about my family situation. I think about the kids I'm gonna have. That's what I'm thinking about a lot right now. And I just get a lot of happiness thinking about the life that I'm building for my children now. I think about the legacy that I'm leaving for my children now, and just working towards that every single day. But also at the same time is enjoying my youth, doing things like drinking with my fucking boys while creating a podcast that my children can see one day.
Right. Cause 20 years later, they gonna look at this motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's my Uncle Bully right there.
That's my drunk ass dad right there. You know what I mean? And it's like that is the perfect combination of what my life is right now. Is it's like working towards a goal in the future while being able to enjoy present. So I would say doing the key to my life right now is just two things simply, which is working towards the future, being excited about the future, thinking about the future while enjoying the present and trying to combine those two things. And I feel like I've gotten to a great spot in my life where I can do both those things all the time. And I think that's why I'm happy in life now. And also too, just like understanding that like I have like just in like for example like in my love life, I think I'm at a point where like I understand like I think I'm at a pretty young age to be where I'm at, but it's the place I should be at, which is like I understand like the certain standard I have for who my spouse and the mother of my children will be. And like where other younger men will fuck up and they'll ruin their lives fucking with the wrong woman. It's like I think at my life I'm at such a comfortable state where I have a certain standard for who I let into my life, and like also the same thing for just like my social circle. Like you're in my socials, you're in the motherfucker, like you're in the center of the social circle, and it's like I genuinely know the person you are. I know you are a great person. I know you add value to my life by just having a good time, whatever. While not we're not fucking ending up in fucking Mexico, kidnapped by the Mexican cartel. You know what I mean? But we're still having a good time.
Right.
And it's like I understand who I want in my circle. And I'm just not trying to figure out all the social shit when it comes to life. I feel like I have the social shit figured out for the point the point I'm at in my life, right now. And I'm just, I would even say like just the key to my happiness right now is just being so excited about the future. That's what I'm excited about. Yeah. I'm just so excited about. I could not be more excited about my future.
Honestly, I can say, young brother, your future is very bright, and your future is very bright. And honestly, you bring light to a lot of people's lives, bro. And with you, it's not about the wins or the losses, bro, because you got more wins than losses. And people who don't see your losses, it's because you don't allow them to see your losses, and that's good, because they only see you as the positive person that you are, the positive man that you are. And that's what I see. Like, I don't see you when you're in pain, but I know if you need to share it, you will share it. I don't see you when you hurt, but I know if you need to share it, you'll express that. So my thing is, what, like I said, bro, I was talking to my wife and I was like, yo, like, I want to be as humble as this young man is when I get to where I need to be. Like, a lot of people don't know, and this is personal, but I'm gonna express it. But I start therapy soon, you know. If you try talking to this person, you try talking to that person, and all you getting is. But sometimes you gotta be careful, cause the motherfucker you venting to really want you to fail in the first place. They want you to. They want to surpass you. They want to see you down because they feed off that shit. I didn't realize that a lot of people I was venting to wanted to see me fall. So why not go to a motherfucker? I used to be that person. Why should I go to a person who get paid to give a fuck about me? But it ain't that. It's not that. It's okay to want genuine help.
I think so many people in life can just come in and they can just seem like the perfect thing. And it's like, man, if you can't catch on to that early, they seem like they're what you need. But it's like, man, if you can't. I just
Bigg
want to say
Bullie on
one thing.
campus. What's
This
up?
motherfucker will never switch up. Because you might not know it. I know it. I know this bully will be the same bully. Bro, I've been telling him this off camera for forever. We're gonna be fucking millionaires, fucking billionaires. Like there is no way my nigga Bully is not going to be living in a fucking mansion one day. Like you're going to be living in the biggest fucking mansion ever with fucking BB, not BBB like the fucking Ball brothers. That shit is out. Not triple B, double B, Bigg Bullie on your fucking on top of whatever the fuck you want. Whatever you want. Let's go.
Thank you for tapping in to Bigg Bullie on campus. We got the boy Nasir, the real deal fucking Davis, baby. And if you didn't know, now you know. This is the first official episode. And honestly, I want to thank everybody for tapping in. For those who are looking forward to this, we will be back with a part 2 eventually. You know what I mean? We actually going to do a lot of videos together. This is my brother for life, man. But I want to thank everybody for tapping in. Like, subscribe, and support your boy. For those who want to be a part of the show, I'll be reaching out to people. But if you want to be a part of the show, DM me on my Instagram, DogfatherBully, and DM me promo code JOINBully. With that being said, we love you guys, and we will be back. Thank you for tapping in. Peace. Wait. The dogs are out.
The dogs are out.